Good morning, North Branford, Connecticut, and welcome back to another T-Bird News. Today is Friday, February 26th, and I'm Andrew Solito.
And I'm Chris. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Dream Team has been a consistent way for students to get involved in their community or for them to further aspirations for their careers. Jeremy got the inside scoop on how it has been.
Due to COVID-19, many school activities and sports were canceled, but Miss LaCroix made sure that Dream Team was up and running.
Gabby Jabalisco and Sophia Anastasio made sure to put all their effort into Dream Team this year. Sophia was able to tell me about the experience.
Obviously, this year and last year with Dream Team were very different because of COVID. So last year we were able to go into the classrooms and actually be with the kids, but this year everything's virtual. So that's a little different, but it's overall been a great experience. We definitely had to adapt. Like this year we're making videos instead of actually being there, but overall it's been such a great experience.
A main focus this year was to introduce virtual field trips. I asked Gabby how beneficial the trips were and if there are any other plans for this year.
The virtual field trips were really fun. It was a little bit of a challenge at first, but we were able to do a bunch of different fun activities with the classes, and I really enjoyed it. And I think just due to the major success of the first one, we'll definitely be doing more in the future.
Dream Team is very beneficial to everyone involved. Sophia and Gabby told me what they've learned during their time as members.
Dream Team has taught me so much through being in all the classrooms and seeing the kids and just seeing how much they look up to us high schoolers and how excited they get to see us. I've learned that I really do want to work with kids in the future in whatever job I go into, but it's been such an amazing experience.
Dream Team has become a staple here at MBHS. It's a great way to get involved in the community. Reporting from T-Bird News, I'm Jeremy Benau.
It's not every day that you are given the opportunity to hold not only one, but two citizenships from different countries, accomplished by senior student Sachin Archer. Jason Guerrero was able to get the full story. Let's see how Sachin was able to get where he is today.
For Student Spotlight, we are more than happy to congratulate Sachin Archer as he was able to complete something phenomenal. Let's go check out what he did. From living in Jamaica to wandering the halls in our school, Sachin Archer is now able to hold dual citizenship. Let's hear his story and how he pushed to become where he is now.
So my naturalization process was actually different compared to what most people go through, what most people think of. Considering the fact that I'm on the age of 18, I didn't have to take the test, which is actually the main reason for not waiting to get my citizenship. I'm not a big test taker, and I was on my dad like, yo, can we get this done ASAP? For me, I technically had my citizenship until I was 18 because my dad got his. Should we wait until I was like 19 or 20, then I would have to spend roughly $20,000 or so to do the complete process on my own. For me, I just had to fill out a bunch of forms, get a bunch of tests, background check. They got my fingerprint, they took a picture of me, I answered a few questions. On the day we had my citizenship, I said the oath, I handed over my green card, and that was it. Not a huge ceremony, unfortunately, because of COVID. We all had time slots. But yeah, I now have dual citizenship. And that's my story.
Sachin moved here when he was 9 years old back in December 2012. He has been living here since. Let's hear him talk about his transition from one school environment to another.
So my transition into the US was actually kind of a tricky one because I didn't talk for about 6 years. I did interact with teachers, but I didn't really know how to communicate. I didn't sound like this. My accent was still strong, but over time I developed the ability to like switch it on and off from like when I go to school and when I'm home. So like when I'm home, I don't always sound like this. But that was the transition into the US.
Again, congrats, Sachin. For T-Bird News, I'm Jason Guerrero.
Our school is due for a renovation, but we're finally going to get what we always have been asking for in this town, a new building. Sheldon got the chance to speak with Mr. Florio about what that's going to be like.
Good morning, North Branford. Obviously, you've heard about the new school. I got insider information speaking to Mr. Florio about the new school. Let's go check it out.
I spoke to Mr. Florio about his input on the new school and the information he has on it, as well as I have information from the building committee about the new school. All the new school's designs are tentative right now, and minor architectural adjustments can be made.
And then build a 3-story academic wing right where the back part of the diamond is now into the teacher's parking lot. It's a beautiful design. There is a lot of open space to the design.
The new school will consist of a 5-phase construction project. Phase 1 will begin this June, which will include the demoing of the back part of the diamond. This will lead to Phase 2 in September this year, which will be the construction of the 3-story academic building. Next, Phase 3 will begin in the summer of 2022 and will consist of the demoing of the original 1963 building up to the gym and the offices. Phase 4 will begin in August 2022 and end in August 2023. After that, the school will be complete by August 2023. Phase 5 will be the demoing of the rest of the building and construction of driveways, new landscaping, parking lots, and playing fields.
That's all the information I got for you, North Branford. Signing off. For T-Bird News, I'm Sheldon Wesley.
Last news, we feature Mr. Dombrowski. This week, Bria's continuing with our alumni limelights. She got the chance to meet with the school nurse, Mrs. Onofrio, and talked about her high school experience here at NBHS.
As most of you know, NBHS has been here for a long time now, and even some of our teachers went here. I got the chance to talk to Miss Onofrio, the school nurse. Starting off round 2 for the alumni limelight, Miss Onofrio went to NBHS and graduated in 2009. She was a 3-sport captain athlete who played soccer, basketball, and softball. She told me all about it and even more.
My high school experience was pretty blah in the beginning, and then sophomore, junior, and senior year really picked up, and it was actually a good time. I don't know that I'd say I'd go back to high school, maybe just for the sports.
Miss Onofrio went to Central Connecticut State University to study nursing. She worked at NBHS in 2015 as a substitute nurse and got hired as a nurse in 2018. She has been working as a nurse here for 4 years.
It's kind of weird working with the teachers that taught me and even the coaches that coached me. I've coached alongside. Like Mr. Delizio, he was my softball coach. I think his first year. Webb was my basketball coach. Jer was my soccer coach. And I've had a few of the teachers that remain here. A lot have retired since.
Along with being the school nurse, she has also been the assistant coach for the girls' soccer and softball programs. She played a vital role here at NBHS.
I love that it's more like a family rather than just like a community. Everyone's there for each other, and we've got a great school spirit happening.
Well, now you learned a little bit about our alumni limelight. For T-Bird News, I'm Bree D.
With online school and quarantines becoming quite normal this year, Kaplan, McGinney, and their art room were up for quite the challenge. I was able to get a closer look at how they're handling teaching their art classes at a distance. Life in the art room here at NBHS is looking a bit different this school year. Kaplan and McGinney are up for quite the challenge, and it's a challenge that they're not willing to back down from. I was here to give you the inside scoop. Online school and quarantines have become very common throughout the art room this year. While in-class restrictions have been difficult to deal with themselves, the difficulties with online students have become apparent. I got the chance to ask Kaplan how she is making sure her online students stay engaged.
We definitely had some challenges in the art room this year. In June, we made the investment in making sure every student has a packet so they can go home and do hands-on work. For the online learners, I've tried to engage them with things they can use at home, some nature art, and they're doing the same things as our classroom students are.
Despite these new challenges, Kaplan and McGinney still take pride in all of their students and are quite pleased with the quality of the work this year.
I will say this, I'm so proud of all of our students. We have gotten an incredible amount of wonderful artwork this year, and I look forward to getting back to some normalcy next year.
Well, it looks like Kaplan and McGinney are doing everything in their power to keep their classes lively during the pandemic. If you're interested, consider signing up for one of them next year. Reporting for T-Bird News, I'm Andrew Salio. Fly high, North Branford.
It's almost that time of year for students of NBHS to choose their classes for the next year because course selection has begun. North Branford offers multiple different tech ed electives that you're going to want to check out. I was able to go see what kind of tech ed electives we have so you don't have to. Let's go see them. We have absolutely tons of tech ed classes that you're going to want to be able to see what you have to choose from. Come on, let me show you. First up, engineering.
This course is Introduction to Engineering Design. It's the first course in the Project Lead the Way program where students can essentially explore the design process, work with CAD 3D modeling software to create, develop, design, prototype, and then implement the design as a finished solution of a given product. The puzzle project they're working on right now takes all these steps and all these key pieces and moves all the way through the progress up to a finished product where students practice marketing and get feedback from live customers on a finished product they create.
Next up, auto.
The students at North Branford High School in the automotive shop work on everything from small engines to full-scale cars, and they're learning engine theory as well as the study of the automotive industry. Students cover topics from basic electrical and mechanical systems all the way up to advanced compound systems, covering braking, steering, suspension, and the drive line of the vehicle. Students in Level 2 Automotive, which is also called Transportation Systems, study more advanced principles that are learned in the introductory level courses, but the great opportunity there comes where students get a chance to work on their own vehicles as well as the vehicles of students and staff around the building.
And last up, video production. I may have a little personal bias in this one.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. You've been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor. And buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. Your fever dream, can't you see, getting closer? Just surrender, cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's flooding open. It's the bleacher and the pulpit and your blind devotion. There's something breaking at the brink of every wall that's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you wanna go where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night? Impossible comes true, it's taking over you. It's the greatest show. We light it up, we won't come down.
Well, North Branford, looks like you have lots to think about. Hope I was able to help a little bit. With T-Bird News, I'm Chris Harrison.
We'll be right back after this short PSA.
Childhood brain cancer is a terrible thing and is an experience no child should have to go through. North Branford High School is taking an initiative to raise awareness for this cause. You are being asked to wear gray and gold today to raise awareness. The gray stands for brain cancer awareness, and the gold stands for pediatric cancer awareness. We're also asking for donations. Even $1 helps. All proceeds are going to Conquer Brain Tumors Incorporated. Thank you.
With the start of COVID-19 last year, winter sports had taken a turn towards the end of the season. This year, there have been plenty of questions and speculation about their reboot, as well as sports in general. Vasilios had the honor to get a closer look and show you what's going on with the start of our winter sports season.
Thankfully this year, winter sports weren't put to a halt before the season started. Let's get a closer look. Despite a lot of speculation and concern around the start of winter sports, they are happening and have already begun. I got to ask some students what they're looking forward to most with the start of this season.
Probably just playing a game because we haven't played a school sport in a year, so hopefully just getting back on the court and just playing someone.
I'm most looking forward to being back with my team and making it far in the Shoreline tournament.
Really looking forward to seeing the team actually get back to fencing, seeing as it's been about a year obviously, a little more than that. And I'm really hoping to see us basically just do well with the meets. It's kind of a tough year to be able to practice, so anything is better than nothing, and I think that everyone is really determined to do well, even despite all of the uphill battles that we're having this year. And I'm looking forward to seeing how we turn out.
Things I'm looking forward to this season are probably having enough bodies to play. Probably going to win a few more games than we did last year. All around, we're better than last year. A lot more intensity in practice, and just looking forward to getting started next week.
With every sport, people set their own goals and expectations for themselves and for their team. Here's what some athletes had to say about that.
The goal that I have for this season is honestly just to get better. You know, we don't have much time as we normally do in a season, so just do whatever I can, learn as much as I can, just get better in general.
So some of our goals for this season for the fencing program is to ensure that we're continuing to compete at the highest level at our meets, and also to make sure that we're following COVID precautions is my chief goal as coach this season.
This year especially, there have to be special precautions taken to ensure the health and safety of the general public. Let's see how the fencing team is doing so.
So for the team, we obviously have to wear our normal face masks as well as the fencing mask that completely covers us. And we aren't allowed to really go over to each other and help, so it's a lot of from a distance away helping, like, well, we'll correct your footing, or I want you to lunge better. It's not a whole lot of, oh, here, let me help you. Yeah, we have to stay very far apart, which can be very challenging, especially for the newbies, but it is very worth it to actually be able to have a season and to be able to do this type of thing.
Wish all sports good luck going into the new season. For T-Bird News, I'm Vasilios.
All right, North Branford, it's been a pleasure as always. We hope you enjoyed this T-Bird News.
Stay safe and stay warm. I'm Chris Harrisme.
And I'm Andrew Toledo.
Fly high, North Branford.